Good Wednesday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV, internal combustion engine age channel that talks about all my cars and my trucks, the SUVs, the dogs, the attitudes, the grass, the camper, the motorcycles. Oh my goodness gracious, wow, it's hot. Hey, good Wednesday morning there, and boy oh boy, the summer weather is like here today. It's gonna be like 88 degrees. It's temperatures here. So the pool should be up today, but it's not. Yeah, I had to cut grass yesterday. Oh my gosh. The grass just doesn't stop because it's been raining like crazy up here. So it's green as all get out. And the grass cutting, it gets old. I've been doing it for 34 years here. It's something like that, 33. Please, good Wednesday morning there. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are, hopefully. Here we go as we walk across the lot. And I'm a bachelor. You'd never guess it. How many people run that house? When somebody drives by my house, what they think? Probably think 10 or 20 people live in this place, which that's good. I hope they do think that. Oh my gosh, what a day yesterday. I spent the day trying to revolve my day around the FedEx delivery guy delivering my Whipple supercharger. You just can't make this stuff up. As you get older in life, how frustrated do you get as you progress in life? Do you get more frustrated as you get older? I think you do, because you just get sick of the same old story on a different day of something that happens in your life that you can't control. I mean, no lie. So for the Whipple supercharger, what a freaking drag. I mean, just a never-ending battle to get a Whipple supercharger. It'd be unbelievable. And so they want a freaking signature. I don't give two craps. Drop the thing in front of my damn gate, and somebody steals it. Oh well, so be it. The dumbasses. I mean, do I sound frustrated? Yeah, because yesterday I spent the whole day looking for the FedEx guy. This is like the cable guy stuff. Anybody hear these stories? And I wait all day and nothing. And then I go in the house, go to the bathroom, and the freaking guy that delivers it, I guess he rolled up and he spent like 30 seconds and drove off. I mean, would you think anybody's home if you were a driver? Sincerely, how stupid can you be? Oh my gosh. So you know what? Then I spent 10 minutes, 15 minutes on the phone trying to get through to FedEx and tell them just drop the thing at a frickin' local location. I'll never be here to time it with your frickin' signature guy in the frickin' truck. Do I sound aggravated? Do I sound frustrated? Yeah, so there's the word of the day. Frustration. Oh my gosh. Frustration. How do you deal with frustration? And I think most people would agree. As you get older, I think you get more frustrated because you just witness all the crap that goes on. And so for FedEx, it's beyond unbelievable. You can't talk to a live person per se. That's in this country. Listen to these stories. Wow. Look at the shop. I mean, what is happening in my shop? Look at this. Holy crow. I mean, sincerely, come on. We had the dogs upstairs. So yesterday, one of my subscribers is like, man, just get frickin', it's so annoying you yell at your dogs. Yeah, my apologies for anybody watched my channel yesterday on listening to these guys get me all frustrated. Here we go. Here's the routine where if I don't do this, Kiefer will be upstairs eating my office. Nope. And then I'm the full-time daddy for the little Kiefer boy because the daughter and the wife and the mother-in-law are up in Boston for the big ceremonies. One of my subscribers was like, I can't believe you didn't go to your wife's graduation. Well, my life's not that easy. I'm telling you what. My wife is extremely conservative in many views. I know. Most of you are like, you're full of it. Okay, so if you think my wife should let me put these dogs in kennels, nope. You think my wife should let me, our neighbor up the street has a dog sitter? Nope. Ain't gonna happen. The wife won't let it happen. And so my good friend, Bob, the cancer survivor, who actually, you've seen on my YouTube channel, he usually babysits my property, my house, and he's a dog guy, and he lives at my house, takes care of the dogs, and he helps take care of my business. He's not available. So he can't revolve his schedule around my wife's schedule. So with that being said, I'm here because I have to babysit the dogs and the property and the business. It's not a big deal to me, But if you're sitting out there, it's like, why? You have no idea. I have a wife. You know, she's stricter than you realize. Sure, you guys are like, yeah, but you buy all these. Yeah, you know what? These are all my own personal name. It's all my fiasco. Whatever goes south, she, for the most part, won't be part of it. Yeah, it's heavy and deep on that stuff. But the whole point is, yeah. But hey, the good news is, for me, my wife and daughter, mother-in-law are up in Boston, and I hope they have a great grand time. And I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. So here we are, lights, camera, action, and yeah, you hear the frustration this morning. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's that Whipple supercharger. That's just like, is it freaking worth it? Jesus Christ. So here's all the motorcycles. So I pulled the bikes a little better situated here. Thank goodness. The birds, thank goodness. The birds, for the most part, are gone. Phew. Was that a freaking fiasco or what? That was what? I think March, April. I mean, so I would have to say 2 good months, close to 3 months of just bird crap city. And you witness all that. So, man, it's hard to believe even for me. I mean, I don't am I out of control? I am out of control. How much longer does it last? I don't know. This is a lot of debt, man. I'm just telling you. I don't know. I mean, you may be witnessing the channel where the repo guy starts showing up. You think I'm making that up? I'm not. I mean, it just ain't good. Too many addictions, too much money. That's my channel. And that's what my friends are always, saying, share your channel, share your life. It's like, yeah, but it's embarrassing because you get so addicted to buying stuff and then you get yourself into financial havoc. Yeah. Do I show those videos? I mean, sincerely, do I show the videos of me having vehicles taken away from me because I can't pay for them anymore? Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Would that explode the channel? Doubtful. I mean, I'm blown. For me, you hear it all the time. Here I am in my shorts, Crocs. Yeah, you hear me all the time. I'm pretty ragged out, aren't I? I gotta get a haircut. You hear me all the time ragging all these other YouTubers because I've worked my ass off on my YouTube channel, really for nothing. It's so bad. It's beyond believable. I mean, I really would like to see somebody else share with me another YouTube channel where a guy that didn't inherit money, win the lotto, or his mommy and daddy just give him everything, which I ain't my story of my life, has what I have and has the adventures that I have, but yet the views for my channel are pitiful. For my YouTube channel, it's just beyond believable. And so, is that frustrating? It is, because I really thought 4 years later doing this, I'd be making $4,000 or $5,000 a month out of my YouTube channel, if maybe not more. But you know what? Nope. No. I mean, my YouTube channel, I basically make about $15 to $20 a day, which I'm not going to complain. I mean, I'll take the money, but it's nothing. And what I've come to really start to think about is how these other guys, how do the other YouTubers get the 50,000, 100,000 views? That just, I mean, it's just incredible how many views these guys get. And so there's a guy, look here, 1 day ago, that Ram's in a crisis. 70,000
Could it be
views.
Dodge, Ram are going out of business and the CEO is gone? With car lots full of 2023 model years.
Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that? 96,000 views.
The pickup truck dream is dying, and Americans are refusing to buy these overpriced trucks from Ford, Ram, and Chevy, with costs soaring to well over $1,000 per month.
So it's the constant...
The pickup truck dream is dying, and Americans are...
It's the constant rhetoric. So what's interesting here, for me, I was thinking to myself yesterday, is on how a lot of these YouTubers, if you start connecting the dots, a lot of these YouTuber people
are desperate.
Are in their own business. Like this guy here, I don't know about this guy here, but I'd like to find the Barth. Well, I'm trying to think of the guys here. So let's see here. Where are they? So it's interesting when I go to this TV, not all the same personalities show up. But what I got to think of myself yesterday was, are some of these guys like car sales people?
Today we have the brand new and used vehicle market update.
Are these actually
Today we have
people that are actually is he actually a used car guy? Is the real estate guy actually well, he is. I know the one guy out of Florida, he's a real estate guy. And so you just have to step back and say to yourself that
spring's not too far away. We should be able to sell those for still MSRP because they are still difficult.
So you have to say to yourself, are they training people to give things away? That's what you have to say to yourself. Saying to yourself, are the YouTubers that are out there that get all the hits off the doom and gloom, are they actually in the business to condition you to give stuff away? And my brother said that years ago about Dan the Man guy that has that one I Allegedly channel. He said, this guy comes across to me as a guy that's wanting you to forfeit stuff for him to enrich himself. So you got to start saying to yourself, all these YouTubers out there that preach the gloom and doom all the time, is it the underlying brainwashing to get into you to go to the car dealership when you go to trade in your car and for them to tell you it's worth nothing? And since you've heard that over and over again, you believe that. So then you just give your car up for nothing. I don't know. It sounds a little far-fetched. Is the real estate guy that's constantly, spewing how the Florida housing market and condo is in a disarray like never ever seen, and the financial collapse is going to happen there. Is he convincing you to go of your house for less money? Dan the Man I Allegedly guy, he's constantly preaching how all the banks are going to fail. I remember him to the T of telling everybody that diesel fuel would be gone in this country. There'd be a major shortage. The truckers would make deliveries. You better go to the store and grab everything you can to have food on the table because it's all going to disappear because the trucking industry is going to come to a halt. These are things I wish I could. For me, I could take the time, and I'm sure some people would be like, "But you get your own channel. Why you focus on that?" Well, it's because I have my own channel, and it bewilders me that my content that I bring to others is information, and I bring you my craziness. Guys, all they do is walk around a car dealer a lot, and they spew all this information. But how do they know? So you listen to a guy that walks through a car lot, that is he the owner of the car lot? I mean, just think this through. Picture me going today to a local car dealership and then me looking at all the inventory and then telling you these guys are going to go bankrupt because of all this inventory. But I'm not even the owner of the business. How do these guys know the real statistics versus if you go back pre-pandemic, all the car lots always had tons of inventory. Tons of car dealers had 100-day inventory. I mean, that was nothing uncommon. That's part of the ball game of being in the car business. It's challenging. But yet, you get individuals that get 50,000, 100,000. So I'm sure some people on my channel go, well, why don't you just go start doing that? Why? Why would I go somewhere and tell somebody something that I don't actually know what's going on? And I would love to meet these YouTuber guys in person and say, let me ask you something. Ben Hardy, I think that's one of the guys. How do you know the owner at this dealership? Well, yeah. Oh, you do? Well, what's the dire straits? Will he confess to you that he's going to go bankrupt? No. Well, Ben, you're presenting on your channel that all these dealerships that you walk around and you tell everybody it's over, and other guys, can you just, so that's what I'm trying to say to you on my channel. Why do I want to start promoting information that I really don't even have a clue that I know I'm talking about? But those are the biggest guys that get all the attention. So for you as an individual, should you be frustrated? Well, I think that in some ways, yes, because it's the ongoing social media, the ongoing information age that's so full of misinformation, it's beyond unbelievable. And then all you're going to hear now is all the Harley dealerships, they're all going to go out of business. Look at Frederick Harley. Frederick Harley did not go out of business. Frederick Harley, the owners were 70 and 80 years old, I believe, in their 70s, and they had their day. And they didn't feel like they wanted to continue on. And there was nobody who wanted to come play the game with Harley that would require $10 or $12 million of updating that whole facility to make it Harley's up to Harley standards. So anybody that ran the numbers, they just felt like it wasn't worth it. And there's too many Harley dealers out there anyways. Does it mean that Harley Davidson is going to go out of business? I see every day, all day long on Facebook, another person buying a Harley. I see it all day long on Facebook. One Harley dealer after Harley dealer every single day shows tons of people stand in front of their brand new Harley. Okay, but you're going to have a guy that is on a YouTube channel, and he's going to go to a Harley dealership, and he's going to walk around it and go, these guys are done. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. So for me, once again, the frustration that you're hearing from me is the fact that I have brought a lot of content to my channel, but yet it doesn't gain any traction. So is the YouTube world really all about misinformation? Is that really what drives the channel? Is that you just go spew nonsense and scare people and tell everybody basically lies? And that's what drives your channel? Wow. Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, if it really is sad. Because then all that tells you is for the YouTube is all caught up in just getting advertisers to pay them money off of people misleading people on misinformation. Because I've heard Dan, the man of I Allegedly, go watch the guy. Hey, anybody, please do me a favor on my channel. Go watch these people I'm talking about, and you personally tell me what you think. I mean, I'd love to hear back of you say, hey, Iceman, that guy's got a great channel. What he's telling you, it's the facts. It's the facts. Rams CEO Tim Knuskis just retired, but a guy just presented that Tim Knuskis is leaving Ram Jeep because they're in dire straits, and Dodge is in dire straits, and he left for that reason. No, you dumbass. Tim Knuskis is a motorhead. He's an ICE guy. He's had his tenure, you dumbass. He brought the Hellcats. He brought the Ram TRX. He brought the Jeep SRTs. He brought all that stuff. The day is over. The green agenda is doing the reckoning. He's out. He's out. He's not out because they can't sell trucks anymore. I mean, good Lord. It's just so bad. But you know what? For the incompetent person that watches that guy's channel that has no clue who Tim Knuskis is, he'll listen to that, and then he'll drive around to a local Jeep Ram dealership and be like, oh man, the deal. I'm going to get the deal today. Why? Well, you guys are going out of business. Really? We're going out of business? You know, how much money? Do you know how much money Jimmy Coons made off of selling Coons? That guy's a billionaire. Car dealerships make so much money. You don't think they have deep pockets? You're talking about long-term established dealerships. During the pandemic, do you know how much money these guys made? They had the most profitable years in ever. They made so much money. So, okay, sure, economic times have changed. But you think they don't have a stash of money to ride through the bumpy times as they have a market adjustment? I mean, oh my gosh, it's just unbelievable. It is. And so, yeah, the frustration, right? Well, what's frustrating to a lot of people? The green agenda. It's the constant green agenda, just like I talk about this Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison. It's a joke. It's the green agenda that has driven this thing to a four-banger. This thing would be so badass with a 5.3 motor in it. Chevy offers a 5.3 liter motor in a Chevy 1500 truck. Why can't they put that in this truck? Why? What's the mindset? This truck here today, borderline, is the size of a 1978 truck. Yes, borderline. It's within inches, I guarantee it, from what we used to ride around in when I was growing up. But why? So what's frustrating is, yeah, the engineers, CEOs, these guys just get totally manhandled by the green agenda activists that continue to tell everybody they know the end. But they don't know the end. But it's the misinformation. Once again, it's the same rhetoric. That we live in an age more than ever of the misinformation. It goes to the politics. It goes to the governing bodies' policies. Blah, 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 blah. I could go on just, you know. I could go on and on. Chimber Honda. They're selling motorcycles left and right. Timber Honda, but this is the same old story I'm going to hear from people out, you know, that listen to my channel. Well, you live in that DC government rich-ass based area. I'm sorry. I'm not going to listen to that excuse. In Johnson City, Tennessee, that place is exploding. In Tampa, Florida, that place is exploding. You can just go through the list of cities in this country where the market, they can't find enough people to work. It's a job shortage. There's people out there, meaning people won't show up to go to work. because the freaking government continues to pound their fist that they're going to pay you to sit home and suck your thumb. And that's the agenda. It is. I mean, it's so bad. The people are, wanting to propose that the government just lets people sit at home, and the wealthy people, the people pay all the taxes, they'll just pay for people to sit at home. And good riddance. And what are you going to do? Suck it up, Buttercup. What are you going to do? I mean, sincerely. Yeah. Wow. So Camaro Z28, I think this car is so badass. This is really this is one of my best purchases. I really think this right here is a sleeper purchase in my lifetime. I'd have to say, this is one of the best finds that I've gotten to date. The Gold Rush earlier, when am I going to drive that damn thing? When am I going to drive a Harley? Oh, I know, man. It just doesn't end. It doesn't end on my activities, my responsibilities, and just too much stuff. So here's the thing. With a Honda, it's Honda month. Why do you say that? I've already bought 4 Hondas this month. How insane is that? And I got another one coming up. Yeah, it's all done for May. 5 Honda purchases. Who does that besides the rich ass guys out there that have so much money that they just can do whatever the hell they want? Which there are. I'm not that guy. I mean, I'm just paying bills, man. And once again, like I say, who knows? How much longer does it last? How much longer do I last on my YouTube channel with the frustration of continually bringing content for the reward is pretty much zilch. Zilch. What else can I do in my time? What direction do I go? I mean, sincerely, that's what I think to myself. What else can I do in my life? I feel like I have the talent and the personality to go do something else that makes me money. What could I do? I mean, sincerely, I just really was hoping my YouTube channel would be the future of my retirement activities of doing reviews on cars and motorcycles, continuing to share my antics of having fun, buying things, going places, sharing ideas and views and thoughts, but the traction just like not there. It just isn't there. And why? What is it? Well, I've talked about it. It's because I'm too all over the place. And that's the thing. These other guys have these successful channels. It's the same rhetoric every single day. The car industry is in a shambles. Tomorrow morning's conversation. Chevrolet has just announced they're going to shut down a factory. The next day conversation. Ford is having struggles selling EV vehicles. The next day conversation. Tim Knuskis is resigning from Jeep, Ram, Dodge. The next day conversation. Elon Musk with Tesla, he has actually lied to his customers because the full self-driving doesn't actually do what it's supposed to do. And for people paid $8,000 to $15,000 for full self-driving, they now don't get that feature, and they're going to file major class action lawsuit. And on top of that, for all the people told they could play video games in their Tesla, that actually isn't working out as well. So for Elon Musk, he's a big fat liar. Wow. Okay. So that's what would probably make my channel more successful, is just talking every day, Monday through Friday, on my morning conversation of the doom and gloom of the car market over and over and over again. And that's all it is. And that's all it is. Or, I said it before, I go buy a motorcycle and I just show you buying a motorcycle. And that's all. And so that's what's really interesting. If you really look at my channel, when I go buy a motorcycle, I go buy a car, all of a sudden it goes 300, 400, 500 views, 1,000 views, maybe 2,000 views, maybe. And there it is. But then you go to just the conversation in the morning and trying to share information for the daily news information, daily information sharing. And that's where it just goes to not much at all. So, which I'm kind of surprised. I really figured there'd be more people that would be intrigued to kind of just see the scenery, see all the things, and hear ideas and views, which I try to keep it somewhat in the middle, not all in the middle, because we've got a administration in this country that's goal is to, I don't know, what is this goal of this administration? I mean, sincerely, what is Joe Biden? What is Joe Biden's real goal? I mean, sincerely, what is it? And, one person's going to say one thing, another person's going to say a whole different thing. We all know that. There's the Fast Johnny. Haven't ridden that in ages. Last time I rode this bike was in Tennessee on the death weekend of Easter Sunday. You know, there's another thing. There's a video of me literally showing how I just about died on my motorcycle. And how many hits does that get on a short video? Not much. I mean, you think that would have been like the viral video. And that's what I always hear from so many of my friends and people I know. Oh, one day you're going to get the viral video and then everybody's going to know who you are. Really? Okay, that's how it plays out? Are you sure? I really think it's more about paying the people in India. I'm sincere. I mean, think this through. So let's just say I pay in India. I go to India. This is what I hear. And I'm no expert in this, and people will laugh, and I get a kick out of this too. But think it through. If I get 1,000 India people that I pay them a penny for every comment that they make on my channel. And so you're like, yeah, only a penny? Yeah, but think it through. If these 1,000 people in India have 100 more Ice Age TV YouTubers, then all of a sudden they're making a lot of money. Because all I have to do is hit, look at my channel. And so you have to just say to yourself, is that what really goes on in the YouTube world that these other guys have figured out? I don't know. I think I'm somebody like, yeah, you've lost it, Iceman. Probably have. I'm all by myself. I'm surrounded by tons of motorcycles and cars, dogs. I'm living in a camper. I mean, come on. Have you guys seen? I haven't shaved in ages. I mean, look at me. I mean, I know, right? Am I losing it? Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's lost it. The Iceman has finally lost it. He's moved into a camper. Oh my gosh, I hear you loud and clear. Yeah, yeah. What are we doing next, right? So what's the next thing? So people are like, okay, what are you buying next? I want to keep it a surprise. Some people have figured it out, but I just want to kind of lay low. You know why? That's the whole thing. Mr. Beast, that guy, how much money does that guy make a year? $10-12 million a year? Probably. I don't know the exact number. That guy, but it's interesting. He's created the Fear Factor YouTube content. If you're watching his video content, he's doing these things now where he locks a person in a building and then he's going to pay him X amount of dollars if they can survive inside this grocery store. So one of his videos was he locks a guy in a grocery store and the guy's going to get like $500,000 or something like that if he can survive like 120 days living in the grocery store and being secluded to the most part to himself, blah, blah, blah. And he has to go through, I don't know, all the food or stuff. I just trying to remember the whole. But now, I just saw this morning where he's put two people that have no clue who each other is. And now they have, I believe, 120 days or 90 days of living in confinement in a building with the two of them where they're confined and they have to, live. And they don't have cell phones. They don't have any internet, nothing. And they have to see if they can get through 90 days of living in a cell. And I think, geez, isn't that kind of like prison? I'm gonna have a prisoner. If I was a prisoner, I'd be like, wait a second, can I sign up for that? I mean, think it through. If you're a prisoner, you'd be like, wait a second. I would, a prisoner would be like, I'll sign up for that gig in a heartbeat. I'm already doing that. Hello. But anyway, the whole point is, Mr. Beast, he's going the Joe Rogan route, being that he's creating, in some ways, the content, of, wow, would you do that? That's what it's all about. Look at Kiefer. Look at that model. As he's progressing, he's definitely getting better. Thank goodness. Look at the Honda Goldwing. What's really interesting is on the manual Honda, you have this little clip right here where you can put on your accessories for your cell phone holder and for your cup holder. Well, this one here, with it being automatic, has a whole different assembly, and you have to get a whole different way to install my drink holder and my cell phone holder. This really is a great bike. I mean, at the end of the day, practicality-wise, this is the bike to have. I mean, if he said, well, you had to get rid of all your motorcycles, usability, safe, all fun, that's the bike right there. It really is. So if I had to give everything up, that's what I give up. And all these people are saying, hey, what's your favorite car, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's challenging. But for me, if the Dire Straits ever came, I'd have to continue to have a truck. So the cars would have to go bye-bye, but I always want to have a truck. So then it come down to, well, what truck would you even keep? And yeah, well, the Ford Raptor, but the downside to that truck is it doesn't have the greatest of towing capability. So that'd be very challenging. And my friend Charles out there in Oregon, who's a native Virginian, he reached out the other last week and said, if only one, you can only have like one. And I said, well, that's challenging because I drive so many miles. For me, I go conservative 4,000 or 5,000 miles a month. And that doesn't even include my daughter. When she drives as well, and they have my wife, but I mean, so conservative, there's 7,000 miles a month at least going on the vehicles. And so for me, wow, I mean, think about that. That'd be 80,000 miles in 1 year in one vehicle. I'd be buying tires, oil changes, and it'd be too much. But at the same time, he was asked that question, and I don't know. It would be very challenging. I mean, once again, it'd have to go to it would really require me probably to sell and get back a Ford F-150 Tremor truck, maybe even a Power Boost, maybe. I'd have to have something more versatile that could, pull some decent weight. So that would be the challenge on the truck side. But so that's what I would have to answer. I'd probably go back to a Ford F-150 truck. The Chevrolet, the Chevrolets are nice, but I just like the Ford stuff better. Look at the old, I rolled all the windows down. I think it just needs some life in it. I think it's being driven. It just, oh my gosh. Lots of things need to be done. And yesterday I spent the whole day spraying with the grass, that Roundup grass killer and weed killer. I just hate doing that. I just think, well, I'll be the cancer recipient in the future. So, and it took all afternoon. I sprayed all the driveway. I sprayed all around the house. And you know what I mean? It's so aggravating because I have so many weeds over my house. And I know it takes some time for stuff to start dying, but I've used that total vegetation killer. And in some ways, I need to do that up around my house. I have so many bad weeds. And just for me, I have so lived in this property just to babysit it and do everything where I just it gets to the point where I just want to jump on my motorcycle and go disappear. I just want to go and ride off in the sunset. See you later. Adios. Who doesn't ever have that feeling when you get so frustrated? I mean, and that's the thing. What's the level of frustration that is going to prevail from what's going on in our country? Does this summer or fall? There's articles already being written that the election year, that this summer into fall is going to be the highest level of frustration in recent times because of the disarray of what's going on in the political parties and what so many feel like is just a total sham and total control and blah, blah, blah. And I tell you what, you get on, I just can't stay on X much. It is it's very frustrating. If you get on X, there's a guy named Brian and his brother, I think Ed, and they are the worst. They're the worst. They're the propaganda puppet masters of never seen on content. They run their mouth all day long on the hate. The hate. That's all they do. All they do is mouth off all day long about Donald Trump. And then they mouth off how great Joe Biden is and how great everything else is. I see it all day long. And many X people call them out. And they totally say these guys are being paid by George Soros to constantly propagate how great Joe Biden is and how great this country is under this government, blah, 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 blah. But what the dirty secret is, some claim that these guys really are conservative individuals, but they play the game of how they get all the attention by saying they love Joe Biden. And that's a trick. So a lot of people on X say these guys are playing a game with everybody because they're just mouthing off because that's how they get people to respond and to argue with them. And that's what happens is once you go into X, if you read all this content of these people mouthing off all day long, how much they don't like Donald Trump and how they like Joe Biden, it's basically clickbait. You're playing in to their creation of content, and then they disappear. So they'll respond like 1 or 2 comments, 3, but then they just disappear. And then it turns into thousands of comments, and that's why they're getting their 5, 10, 15. I mean, if you get on X and you know how to create content, you can make 5, 10, 15, 20 grand a month. And that's going on. where you're just taking information and just then putting it under your own creation of more information, but you're just copying information, which is beyond believable that people make so much money out of just copying content and then put it in their own creation, and then people play off of it, but you already know you read somewhere else. Oh my gosh. How about this Jackson Racing Turbo? I had one YouTuber reach out to me and go, there is not a Honda Talon Turbo. I said, correct. There is a Honda Jackson Racing Turbo to put on, approved by Honda, that can be added after you buy, or it can be added to the Honda production Talon, but correct. Honda itself doesn't put that on. The dealership puts it on, and Honda has such a great relationship with Jackson Racing that they will warrant the whole machine, and they stand behind it because they've been dealing business with them for probably 30 plus years. And they've helped Honda make things even better. How about that for a twin? Great bikes. I mean, these are definitely, look at the Monkey. You know, part of me was like, do I trade the Monkey for something else versus the Rubicon? The Rubicon, yeah, look at it. Look how many times that's been ridden around. And I got the John Deere Gator. So I'm more on the page of trading out of that because that's a bigger note than the Honda Monkey. The Honda Monkey is piddly. It's nothing. It's lunch money, basically. And there's the Colorado Bison with the retractable steps. I think it looks so much cleaner, so much better. Some have called me out, being a little baby, complaining about the Colorado. And I'm like, I'm not complaining. I'm sharing ideas and views of how you as an individual can weigh how much money you spend. You know, if you're going to spend $60,000, if I'm a guy on a budget, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to weigh my options. I think I'm going to buy a nice used Raptor, or I'm going to buy a nice F-150 or a 1500 Ram or Chevy, whatever, because it's going to be about the same money and you're going to get so much more truck. Now, if you're the serious off-roading guy and this is your fun and you don't give to, you know, rat's ass, great. But if you're a guy married and have a few kids and this is going to be your full-size truck per se, no way. You're a fool. I wouldn't do it. You're not going to be happy. No way. You got to get, yeah. Anyways, all right, that's it. I got to get to work. Yeah, I know. I sound frustrated today. I am, because I make this morning conversation and I go out of my way to try to bring content to others, and it just gets to a point where, I don't know, maybe I just take a time out. Maybe say, you know what? I'm just going to chill out and evaluate, and sure, you'll still see videos of me making, you know, doing my silly things, but I don't know. I'll just have to kind of see how things start to kind of play out. But I just really do enjoy all of my regulars that really do support my channel. So that's what I feel. That to my heart, forget the money, the amount of people I've met through my YouTube channel has a value that you can't put money-wise. So that's one thing that always keeps me going. But at the same time, it's such a drag that I witness other YouTubers that just bring just crap information that people click on it and they make so much money. I mean, to me, it's the worst. It's like going to work and you bust your ass to make things right at your office, wherever you work, you do everything, but then this other person shows up and they're lazy as hell and they get the frickin' raise. They get the promotion, right? I mean, does anyone know these stories? Does that just piss the crap out of you? Are you frustrated at that? You should be, but it goes on because of who knows who or whatever it may be. I don't know. So, all right, that's it. I'm going to shut up. All right, did I get you frustrated this morning? That wasn't the goal. So sincerely, for anybody out there watching my channel, that's not my goal. My goal is not to create hate. That isn't what it is. My channel is more about sharing all my craziness and all my information. And I'm sure in many ways, somebody can relate with me on the things that I say, we talk about. And you get to witness a guy that's gone out and spent every cent he has, and more so than some. And yeah. So, and I hear people say, oh, my friend's gonna start a YouTube channel. Like, good luck. If you got this incredible personality, incredible talent that you have no idea, good luck. That's all I can say. And everybody's different. So yeah, I hear you on all that. Everybody wants to be the YouTuber personality, and that's what's going on. That's why there's so many people out there doing exactly what I'm doing. But I don't know, are they? So help me out, everybody. Love the comments. So everybody have a great day. And as always, God bless. Stay safe.